Hi there, Richard again, here to talk about another Norse game called Tablut. And we know this game from a Swedish botanist by the name of Carl Linnaeus from 1732. He took a trip to northern Sweden, an area called Lapland, and while he was there, saw some people playing, saw the shape, documented the way that it was done. Unfortunately, his notes are damaged, not quite complete. I will attach a snapshot of the original with some translations at the end for those who are interested in what that original documentation looks like. Anyway, for those who may know some of the games, this is not Hennefettafel. This is a form of Viking chess still in the whole Tafel family. And as a side note, I am using just a regular old piece of wood, pennies and rocks that I found from the driveway. The intent is to show how to quickly make games that you can play at home using pieces and things that you have around. You can draw this out on a piece of cardboard, an old t-shirt, whatever it is that seems to work for you. But anyway, in this case, I've used my fancy bead as the king piece. The rocks are the side of the king. The pennies, boo pennies, they're the attackers. And we'll go from there. Gameplay is very, very easy. All of these pieces move the same. They move in straight lines, vertically or horizontally, not diagonally. And essentially like pieces in rooks in chess. So the attackers who want to overthrow the king, boo, down with the attackers. So they move a piece. They can move any number of squares, and it's a turn-based thing, so pennies have moved. Now rocks would move. In this scenario, I don't know what a knace is, they have flanked the penny, and it comes off the board, capturing a piece. The goal is for the king in the center to get to the edge of the board. There's argument, or discussion at least, as to whether or not the king needs to get to the corners or just the edge. Play it both ways, see what works for you. All of the pieces can be captured the same way. So in the same token that we'll do a little bit of gameplay here, that it's now the penny's turn. We'll say the penny moves up. The rocks decide to do that for whatever reason. Penny can come up, capture a rock. All the pieces capture the same way. It's important to note that no piece may sit in that center spot except the king piece. It's a very important note because it makes it a little bit more challenging. It's the rock's side's turn. The king himself can move. In this case, he's moved between two pieces, which does not cause a capture, and that's an okay thing. Now it's the penny's turn. For gameplay purposes, we will have the pennies move up, capture a rock. Cool enough. The rock can move over, capture a penny. Because the king does participate in a capture. Those are the basic mechanics of the game. The victory conditions for the king, as I said, was to get to the corner. If somehow the king finds himself trapped on all four sides, the king pieces are lost. So the center loses. All of that said, that is the basics of the game. There's some nuance. So if the king finds himself trapped against the wall, that's a capture because there's not a fourth side. The pennies cannot go into the corner. Likewise, the rocks cannot either. It's reserved for the king. That's basically it. Seems pretty straightforward. I will post some instructions at the end of this video. and a few diagrams to maybe help make things a little bit more clear. But take this, draw it out on cardboard, paper, use pennies and rocks, whatever it is you've got around the house, using buttons or cool tokens, and have a great time.